Mini MOJO TV! Yay! Let's play! It's fun time! Woohoo!
When a tree branch gives way beneath your feet, gravity takes over before your brain even registers the sound. For Momo the monkey, a routine climb instantly turns into a freefall. He is plunging toward the jungle floor, entirely out of control and unable to catch himself. In the exact fraction of a second before impact, his foraging companion, a rabbit named Snowy, kicks a thick log directly into his path, breaking his fall just in time. There is a heavy pause as the dust settles. Momo is safe, clinging to the wood, adrenaline still flooding his system after a near-fatal disaster. A monkey with Momo's coordination rarely misjudges a sturdy limb on a clear day. This specific fall suggests his attention was compromised long before the wood actually gave way. A few hours earlier, the morning started with a simple cooperative objective. Momo and Snowy were moving through the bright jungle canopy, foraging for mangoes together. Snowy operates on a baseline principle of mutual benefit. He approaches foraging with an abundance mindset, where pooling resources guarantees reliable intake for both. Then they spot their target. A massive tree stands ahead, its upper branches heavily loaded with perfectly ripe, oversized fruit. Momo immediately breaks their steady pace. He scrambles aggressively toward the peak to claim best positions, ignoring Snowy's warning from the ground to prioritize a safe route over sheer speed. The sudden appearance of a massive, high-value resource acts as a stress test. It strips away stated values and forces deeper, often hidden instincts to take control of behavior. Once Momo reaches the top, cooperation vanishes. Instead of harvesting the fruit to share, he quietly begins sorting his catch, tucking the largest, most nutrient-dense mangoes into a hidden pile for himself. As Momo fixates on the prize, his field of vision narrows. The brain prioritizes the central reward, fading peripheral awareness. With limited processing power, it discards irrelevant information. A flashing warning sign, like a fractured branch, remains invisible because his mind is occupied by hoarding. Momo was so preoccupied checking over his shoulder and measuring the size of his hidden mangoes that he lost track of his own physical center of gravity. Operating with half of his usual environmental awareness, he shifted his full weight onto a visibly decaying, compromised branch. The snap of the wood was the final, physical result of his mental tunnel vision. Back in the present, the evidence of that distraction is scattered across the ground. Amidst the broken wood, only small, unripe mangoes have fallen with Momo. Snowy doesn't complain about the poor quality of the haul. He calmly begins gathering the small fruits, ready to share them exactly as they originally agreed. Watching this consistency breaks Momo's silence. Overwhelmed by guilt, he admits that he deliberately withheld the prime fruit and kept it out of sight. Snowy's reaction is highly measured. He doesn't yell without the stolen food. Instead, he asks Momo why the trust was broken in the first place, shifting the focus from the lost calories to the fracture in their relationship. Restoring the lost mangoes wouldn't fix the underlying problem. To achieve true repair, they have to address the toxic mindset that created the physical danger. Momo reaches into his surviving stash and produces the ultimate hidden prize. He hands the largest mango entirely to Snowy as restitution for his actions. But Snowy refuses to mirror that hoarding behavior. He takes the massive fruit and immediately splits it evenly down the middle. A strategy of selfishness creates individual blind spots, leaving the hoarder vulnerable to the environment. In contrast, mutual honesty builds a collective safety net, where two sets of eyes watch the branches for each other. Sharing and honesty are the ultimate survival strategy for building resilient partnerships that can catch you when you inevitably slip.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more.